Hey guys, how are you? So I've had this channel, I joined in December 2023, I think. So 6 months, 7 months. With the intention of just focusing on med beds, and I just never got around to it. I really didn't. And to be honest, I struggled with giving more information on med beds because of trolls, haters, scammers, you know, the usual dramas. So those of you in my chat group and medbed group will notice that I've opened it up, and there's a few questions as to why. People are exploring the idea that notifications are about to happen, or I actually have my appointment and this is a last minute thing. And no, I've been having some serious conversations, actually quite a few hour-long conversations, several hours of conversation each day with the Galactics, and it's more like counseling, you know, bringing to the surface of what triggers you and why aren't you happy, and you know, why did that person make you upset, and all kinds of different things. Every time I think something, feel something, they're on to me straight away. And then we dive deep into it, to a deep dive into it, and why it's affecting me, why I reacted like that. And it really is frustrating. It is helpful, but it's frustrating because you don't have any peace. Not 1 second peace. Until you get really, really angry, and then they start annoying you about and grilling you on why you're getting angry. We're just talking. Oh, yeah, okay, right. But anyway, they do help you to get to the bottom of things and work through your dramas and all of that. And 7 years ago, I did a speech on extraterrestrials, and a news crew were there, and they filmed it, and they did a documentary kind of news article kind of thing on it. And sure enough, they twisted my words, and I was naive and I didn't know any better. I thought, yeah, this is a great opportunity. I didn't know any better. And this is before my awakening. And the week before my workshop, I went to a UFO lecture, and the same news crew were there. And the news they put out on the UFO and the crop circles and all that was, mainly crop circles, was absolutely accurate. They said, you know, word for word of what the guy said, and I thought it was wonderful. So there was no reason why they would throw me under the bus, literally. So I said yes when they asked me if they could do a, you know, film it and everything. So I said yes. Oh, what a disaster. So I lost a lot of confidence in that, and I was very, very hurt. The Galactics told me, yes, it's going to be absolutely fine. You know, people need to know all this stuff, and it's about time people knew. You know, you can trust us, and all of this. And when they came out with the news article, they didn't even tell me it was coming out. They just released it, and all of a sudden my phone was ringing off the hook of radio stations wanting to talk to me. I didn't have a clue what was in it. I hadn't seen it. I was at work, and all of a sudden I was getting all this hate mail and death threats, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? I've got no idea what you're even talking about. And I said on one of the radio stations, I said, can someone explain to me what the hell's going on? Wait, this is like my 6th radio call this morning. I have no clue what's actually going on. And sure enough, the news article had come out and had absolutely torn me to shreds. They took a 3-hour-long presentation, mixed and matched it, took words from this conversation, words to that topic, and mixed it all together to make it sound like I was saying something I wasn't. And sure enough, I became the absolute laughingstock and lost every single bit of credibility that I had at that point. Not good. Not nice at all. I was absolutely furious. Absolutely furious. And sure enough, the Galactics said, no, it's going to be absolutely fine. It's all good. It's all good. They won't do anything wrong by you, and blah, blah, blah. So I lost a lot of trust and faith in them. And it took me 3 years to recover my confidence from that. I had to change my name because of death threats, and I had to change my address because people found out where I lived because they published my address, my phone number, all my contact details. I had to change everything. My mother was getting death threats. My brother were, being pulled up in the street from people that knew and, abused and all kinds of things. So I had to change my whole identity. It took me 3 years to recover from that, to get a little bit of confidence back. And the moment I regained my confidence, yep, here we go again. Yeah, so that was 7 years ago. It took me 3 years to get my confidence back, and then 3.5 years ago I started talking about med beds. Now, when I was asked by the Alliance and the Galactics to talk about my experiences, I said, on one condition. I don't want to. I'm not going public. And they said, okay. Right? But we promise you, we guarantee you it will not go past your friends list on Facebook. There's just a handful of people that need to know about your experiences. Yeah, just a handful. And I said, all right, I'll do it on one condition, that it does not go past my friends list on Facebook. Mind you, I had something like 2,500 friends. Most of them I don't have a clue who they were. So I did, trusting them that they were good to their word and that this was the best thing and it would not go past my friends list on Facebook. Only a handful of people, maybe a couple of hundred people would see it. A month later, 90,000 people had viewed it. Here comes the death threats, here comes the abuse, here comes the scammers. Next thing I'm receiving, abuse because I scammed them. I received death threats because, hey, I'm talking about technology that people don't believe in. The hate because just because people can hate. I lost a lot of confidence. I lost all my trust in the Galactics and the Alliance. I lost absolutely every bit of confidence that I had just spent 3 years building up after the last time. So needless to say, that the entire time I've been running away from people. I've been deleting all my stuff when everything gets a little too overwhelming. I get angry and emotional at people when I really shouldn't. I get absolutely furious about the scammers using my identity. I get infuriated by people uploading my videos without my permission onto their web pages and their channels. It just does my head in. So the last couple of days I've done nothing but be counseled by the Galactics. And even though I've known this for a long time, it kind of, when you have like that light bulb moment where somebody says one thing and then everything else just seems to fall into place and make complete sense. Even though you've known it all along, it just doesn't really hit home. Well, something they said this morning hit home, and they said you have to stop running. You can't control the information. You can't control you. People are going to use you. People are going to use your videos. Why? Because it is for their benefit. And what we have done, the admin team and myself, if we have blocked off people from the knowledge. I've removed my videos, removing people's ability to get the information. We have stopped people from joining the medbed groups so that they don't steal the information and do bad shit. We remove people just for having a different opinion or being a little sarcastic or asking questions that's uncomfortable. And everybody does it. Everybody does this. But the whole reason why I've done it is out of fear. We do it, or I do it, to protect myself. I do it because I don't want the drama and the hassle. But in doing so, and I've known that for a long time, in doing so, we've actually stopped the really good, kind, decent people from obtaining the information. And that is who the information is for anyway. Now, what we've learned through this last 3.5 years is people are assholes. Let's be honest, they're real dicks. Some of them are just batshit crazy. The things they come up with is just absolutely ludicrous. It's just insane. But what we've learned is we might think that we have control, but we never do. We can't stop people from sharing the information, and we shouldn't try. Because when you stop people from sharing the information, you're stopping the information from getting to the people who need it. By protecting yourself, by protecting myself, I've turned my back on a lot of good people. And it is out of hurt. It is out of fear. It is out of, God, I can't speak. It is out of trying to protect myself. When in fact, I should be stepping forward and doing more. You see, the higher dimensional beings, they live multiple realities, multiple lifetimes, all at the same time, and they are aware of every single lifetime. So they can be living like an octopus, literally, and they are aware of every single leg. And that leg of the octopus is another lifetime of theirs, and they are totally aware and in control of that lifetime. If we can't control ourselves because of fear, because of hate, ridicule, scammers, criminals, then how in the hell are we going to control ourselves in the new earth if we can't even overcome and step above all this low vibrational petty stuff? Instead of shrinking away into the shadows and hiding, this is where we need to be stepping forward and shining our light, not turning off the lights and hiding like I've done. And this is why I've been so emotional for 3.5 years throughout this journey. You've got the death threats, you've got the constant abuse, you've got the scammers stealing your identity, over 20 of them, to use in criminal activity and then copying the abuse from that. But then you've got the Alliance expecting you to go at it alone. You ask for help and no help comes. You've got the Galactics who put you front and center and put you through challenges, really hard challenges. And at times it's been unbelievably embarrassing, where I just wanted to curl up and die. Literally. I mean, there were some points there where I really wished I could return to spirit and never come back. And other times I wished I was never born, because of so much petty hate and cyberbullying. I now understand why people commit suicide over cyberbullying. It's horrendous. It really is horrendous. But if we succumb to cyberbullying and scammers, if we hide ourselves away instead of shining our light and standing tall and proud with honor and integrity, then we're only doing an injustice to ourselves and the people who need us. So that's why I reopened the Medbed channel, because we can no longer hide in fear. We can no longer protect ourselves from the wrong people using the information for nefarious purposes. The information needs to get to the right people who need it. Doesn't matter if the wrong people get it, because they're not going to be around in the new earth to use it anyway. They can only cause havoc here in the lower dimensions. And that's where they're going to stay. So why are we afraid of them? Why are we protecting ourselves against them? The time for hiding is over. It really is. The time for everyone, including myself, standing up and being proud, standing in your truth, in your light. That's what we need to be doing. Not shrinking into the shadows, praying it will pass. So there you have it. There's my afternoon rant. But it is so true. It is so true. The right people need the information. And ultimately that's why I'm here, is for those people. What the scammers and haters and all do with the information and the videos and me, it's none of my business. It really isn't. It's really none of your business either. You get the information that you need and you disregard the rest. That's all that matters. Last night I did a video and said I'll never do another video again. I'll never do another medbed video, I'm done. That's me talking from being hurt. That's me talking out of fear and emotion. And yeah, I do have a long way to go in my healing journey. As do we all. It's just another stepping stone along the path of infinite possibilities. And after all, the 3D world is just a classroom for mastering the basics, is it not? That's why we're here. To master the basics, to overcome our fears and emotions, to take control, to change our mindset to a higher dimensional plane of thinking, and to help this planet transform into something beautiful that we all love and care for and dream about. That's why we're here. No more hiding, no more in fear. Just love, compassion, standing in your truth, your honor, and your light. Have a beautiful day, everyone, and God bless.